And welcome back to my film and TV channel. We're all staying safe and well. Yes, with trepidation and baby steps, we go over to Channel 5 today for a new psychological thriller drama. Yes, 5 episodes. We've had 3, so we're getting another 2 next week as I'm recording this. So we'll have a look at the first 3, see what we're thinking. Is it any better than the normal Channel 5 offerings? Some people like them. A lot of people don't, but we're going to have a look at something called The Rumour. Yes, the first 3 episodes aired on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, the 10th, 11th and 12th of September 2025. And the final 2 will be next week. So you'll have to wait. If you're waiting with bated breath for this one, no binge watching for you. You have to wait. Yes, this stars, yes, we'll go on about the cast later on. Rachel Shenton, Emily Attack, Joanne Wally, Samuel Anderson, Eddie Haddington, Lucy Speed, Lisa Sadovi, Carol Thomas, Tamsin Griffin, Alex Wallman and Akizi Morrow. Yes, as you can tell from that, a UK-based series or based drama, although a lot of people relating it to trying to be a little bit American in its style and locations, etc., which I can see why people made that assumption. It's actually adapted from a Leslie Carr novel of the same name. I believe that got reasonable reviews when I looked at that. Anyway, we'll talk about this. Please, guys, before we do, if you can give that like button a hit, that'd be absolutely wonderful. If you're not already subscribed, please do so. If you enjoy the content, of course, there's something called hype buttons now, isn't there? So if you hype it on YouTube for me, that helps all the algorithms, helps this channel, helps me. It'd be much appreciated, guys, if you can help it, if you enjoy the content and you want to help support me. There are other ways as well, but we'll do that at the end. Let's get back on with this review, what it's all about. Don't want to waste your time now. It's about a mother who moves to a small town and gets entangled with a group of other mothers, and she exploits a rumour of a child predator living nearby, fueling gossip and heightening tensions while trying to safeguard her son. Yes, a bit more of that in a moment, amidst rising mistrust. Here we go, guys. A Channel 5 brain switch to neutral or just switch it off altogether. You might get more out of it. Prepare for some pretty poor acting dotted around. And the usual, I would call a soap-based plot, and there's a place for soaps. A lot of people love the soaps. Personally, I don't. I used to many years ago, but I don't know, my taste has changed and I can't stand any of them now. But if you like that sort of silly soap-based plot, it's fine. If you like the dodgy acting, it's fine. Right, the setup for this, yes, I did sort of query the son element before, didn't I? But this is a normal British TV family, a white heritage mother with a mixed heritage daughter, I thought initially, but of course, yes, it's a son, and it wasn't just me who thought that. I thought no offence to the poor lad, but hairstyle, I was just totally, it might be my old eyes, but I wasn't alone. Some critics and the public thought it was a daughter initially, but it's not, it's a son. Anyway, that's by the by. We don't get an initial view of the father initially, but of course by the end of episode 1, Mr. Happy, being sarcastic, turns up in the episode. I think generally the characters are pretty unlikable, most of the characters, certainly the clique of mums outside the school gates, all horrible people. And even the poor mum who's central to it all, you sort of initially feel sorry for her and want to stick up for her, but then her actions make you care a lot less about her as well. So, and you should be caring a little bit more, I think, about the main protagonist in this. The setting is a school in the middle of the woods. That's quirky. Add the mum's clique in full flow outside the school gates. I think the school, from another angle, also was mum's place of work from a different angle. But anyway, that's my opinion. And a rumour that a child killer may be in the area, and obviously connected to our mum, who's we've already found out has scary dreams. So hints, sadly, yes, and links and sort of video footage. Very, very Jamie Bulger-ish this. I wasn't overly happy. I did hope Channel 5 would treat it with some respect, although it didn't particularly in the first episode. It sort of did tone it down a bit after that. Is it normal for people to walk into houses after they knock, even the doors on the latch, even if there's no answer, and walk around? I don't know, it must be, because people do it in this all the time, but very odd, very ill-mannered for me. But it moves the story on, of course it does. And of course, as the first, before we get to part 1, the Jamie Bulger link is clear to see as well. As I said, all this is before the first break of episode 1, so this might be a long ride, guys, we're in for. Rachel Shenton is an okay actor. I think I've seen her in a few things. There's some familiar faces, but yes, the pool of talent is a little bit limited and taken from, I think they have a stock of UK-based actors who usually do the rounds for Channel 5 or even Channel 4, perhaps. Only the best ones get on BBC or ITV, but that's debatable. And so the fun, question mark, begins as a group of school mums from a murder club. Yeah, they form like a murder club. It's a book club, but obviously they're all trying to find out who this mysterious person is in their midst. But of course, the mum's getting all the attention, even though these others are stirring it. And we get a dodgy next door neighbour who becomes, a bit of a typical miserable shop owner, typical retailer in the UK, who becomes suspect number 1, and it moves from there. Anyway, as I said, an angry dad eventually turns up. But poor mum will no doubt give in to his charms that he obviously used on her in the first place. And we all know it all isn't right with him either. But I'm sure that'll come out in the last 2 episodes on top of these 3. As I said, I sort of sat through these whilst doing important bits and pieces. It's a busy life when you're retired, just looking at the episodes in themselves, episode 1 threw a little bit too much at you, perhaps, to try and grab your attention, and say, especially with that Jamie Bulger element, which I didn't really like too much. And by episode 2, it calmed down a little bit, became a little bit more watchable, if I can say that. By episode 3, again, meandered a little bit, walking around empty houses again without knocking or whatever, creaks and jumps, the odd jump scare which doesn't really work. It all gets a little bit monotonous as a sort of little drip of further information is released to you as well, making you doubt other people in the story. So that's 3 watch. There's another 2 next week. If you like this sort of soapy, silly style of thriller, then give it a watch. I may find something else to do next week, or again catch up with my with important things whilst it plays in the background. The thing is, no matter how crap something is, if you're watching something, you always want to find out the culprit. You always want to find out who's done this and who caused all this crap in the first place. And it's usually back in the first place you looked. Of course it is, but we'll see that next week. I've got my own ideas. You'll have your own ideas. If I was rating individual episodes, I've scored episode 1 and 3 4 out of 10. Not great, but episode 2 I quite liked because it sort of came down in pace, a bit more informative. I give that a 5.5, but overall not a great score so far. Internet Movie Database, there's only 42 scores and reviews as I'm reviewing this on September the 13th, 2025. It's only 42 scores. It's getting a 4.1. I think that's probably about right. If I don't give something a 5, I don't rate it. After the first 2 episodes, I was sort of giving it a 5, but again, after episode 3, I was a bit disappointed. So, yeah, I'm not going to score this for now. It's definitely for people who seemingly don't mind this level of Channel 5 thriller drama. That you're out there, and there's nothing wrong with that. Absolutely spot on. I mean, as I say, for me, it's more if you like the soaps and you like the storylines for that. But I thought the child killer element wasn't really welcome in this. Although, as I said, by episode 2 or 3, they did tone it down a little bit. Unless you call a photo of a group of children and one's got a knife stuck, a cartoon knife stuck through his chest is good storytelling, fair enough. But again, I was a little bit uncomfortable by it. I call this moving wallpaper viewing. Yes, on in the background whilst you do something a little bit more intelligent, like check through Tik Tok and stuff like that. So there you go. Or do your tax returns, or do your shopping for next week, or do your Christmas list or whatever. It's moving wallpaper, this for me. And yeah, I probably will watch the last 2 as moving wallpaper. Simple as that. I'm not going to sit down with a cup of cocoa and sort of concentrate fully on it. It's just there in the background. There might be enough for you, as I said, if you like the soaps type storylines, soap type poorish acting for me, and sort of drawn out. It's getting drawn out again. This, I mean, it's 5 episodes. It's probably better for 2 or 3. 5's far too many. Please, no series 2. I don't think I could manage it even as moving wallpaper. So there you go, guys. Let me know what you think. It'd be great to have your views and opinions. On this or anything to do with film and TV. As I say, it's all opinions. As I said, there is a market for this. I mean, Channel 5 wouldn't keep throwing them out if people weren't watching. So it's just not my sort of thing, as I said, to fully investing. It's a sort of just a watching brief, if you like, while I'm doing other things. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know your thoughts on film and TV. If you do like the content, guys, I'm usually a bit more positive on what I watch, but I've got to go out and do these things. So if you do like the content and you want to get in touch with me through my various social media, there's different ones out there. And as I said, of course, if you do want to help the channel in any way, all you ever have to do is keep watching and listening. Hi again, hope you enjoyed the feature, guys. Thanks for watching. Please, if you did enjoy the content, please give us a thumbs up, and if you've not already done so, press that subscribe button. If you've not already subscribed, that'd be wonderful. It's free to subscribe, absolutely free. Also, check out my social media links if you want to follow me on TikTok, Instagram, X, Facebook. They'll all be in the description below. And my special thanks to supporters of the channel, yes, Piat6505, who have an eBay shop selling film and TV memorabilia, including posters, books, magazines. There'll be a link again in the comments section. And if you're into your football, don't forget my football stuff on Manchester City for general football fans, but mainly City fans, of course. Or if you know someone who might enjoy that, give them a kick in my direction. I'll be very, very grateful. And as ever, guys, comments on this feature is wonderful. Anything to do with film and TV is always very, very welcome. It's great to talk film and TV. I thank you guys for your support. Stay safe, everyone.